This is your WW3 News. Well, exists a karma in the end. And there's three stories which is pretty interesting. Let's kick off with Don Ali, the 20-year-old TikTok influencer, considered the king of the Marathis, yes. King of the North African baby gangs, inciting violence and saying he's untouchable. They're taking a piss out of Italian politicians. Well, I think the last thing which he's been up to, he got nicked. And it looks like he has to serve 5 years in a nick. My dear Don Ali, you're going to have to pass your some time with the adults, and you know, they like to pass, you know, new meat around. Probably maybe shagged in prison as well, and plus a 3-year ban not to publish anything on social media. Sydney was inciting violence and people committing crime, and he would have thought he would have got away with it, asking for a psychiatric evaluation, which presented by his solicitor, his defencer. That didn't went down too well. I think the judge just turned around and say, "What shit you're talking about?" So it could be a deterrent for people like him in the future who think he wants to be Jack the Lad and think they get away with it, and they are protected by a certain political ideology. It's not like this, mate. Maurizio Landini, the secretary of the Italian trade union CGL, he's been well, his organisation is having a bit of trouble. You know, those trade unions which should defend workers' rights. Well, the people who worked in his organisation never got paid as regarding liquidation of TFL. Here in Italy, when you finish with a job and you end your working relationship with the employee, that's the money which is expected, some type of bonus. These workers were never paid, so they decided to present a civil lawsuit against him. What I find astonishing, laughable is the money from the organisation, which comes from the membership subscriptions every month in Italy, 200,000 euros seized. Otherwise that money would disappear. I don't. Mr. Landini's not too happy about that, is he? Ain't you, mate? No. And another, remaining in the world of work and occupation, a very interesting court sentence. Man got sacked because he got replaced by AI. And him getting the booze is legit. That means if your employer, I think you're in clerical work and stuff like that, whether it's in the public sector or the private sector, like civil servants and stuff like that, you know, you don't have absent working employees like civil servants or inefficient civil servants carrying out simple, you know, tasks which takes an eternity, and it works out a lot more cheaper for the public administration, like local councils, right up to local governments, to have some type of artificial intelligence. With artificial intelligence, you don't have to pay it. doesn't go on strike, you don't have to pay a wage, you don't have to pay contributes, you don't have to give it pay rises, and never go on strike, and there you are. I think that will be a very good solution for lazy office workers to be replaced by artificial intelligence. And even people who cover certain positions like managers, God, how much you spend money saving on their wages, especially when it comes to big corporations. There won't be no good excuse anymore. Your company's losing money. I think that would be a good example for Stellantis. They replaced those so-called managers, which had led to that disaster Stellantis. Apart from the betting on a losing horse, which is an electric car and all that shit. It's bad investments, bad management, and a whole series of things. And this could be a deterrent for lazy state workers. If you don't do your job, we'll replace it with AI and you can't do a fuck about it. I think it will be a lot more better. You save a hell of a lot of money. And obviously, you reduce the time of bureaucracy. Because it's like a robot, artificial intelligence. You program the way you want. And it carries out your tasks. With a lot more efficiency than a human in these cases. Slowly, regarding the rising costs and inefficiency regarding public administration or administrating big companies, I think in the end efficiency and cutting useless costs of lazy office workers